Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Katamari Damacy. I'm Nai.
I'm Mako. We're making Virgo.
Virgo was a very...
Unusual one. It wants maidens, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think I skipped the entire commentary just 'cause I was tired of listening to the king talk. But yes, the king wants maidens, and this level gets really sexist really fast.
I was going to say, we were having trouble making commentary on a few things just because there's no way you can say this without...
I mean, we really did.
Pretty sure you can't say a lot of things here without insulting someone.
We were having trouble actually making commentary just because there are a lot of things, like, in some cases it's just... Virgo is a female constellation, if I remember correctly. So, yes, you're picking up girls, and that's fine. And they can be pretty girls, that's cool too. You know, your definitions of pretty is dependent on you. But there are certain things in this level that are a little bit... yeah.
Questionable.
So we're not going to talk about those too much.
Anyway, last time we were talking about heroes and sort of games where, you play as the guy who's not necessarily the hero. I was going to make a comment that I'm also quite fond of games that play with not necessarily the fact that you are the hero, but how you get there and what you do there. Infamous comes to mind, because I'm just peering over into my collection shelf here. Because Infamous, you get your powers like right at the beginning of the game, and it's clear that you're going to be the hero. What makes the difference is whether or not you are the good guy or the bad guy. Because either way, you're the protagonist.
It's not even that. Infamous, you can't be the bad guy. It's not possible. Infamous, you have to be the good guy. The question is, are you the hero or the anti-hero? It's not a question of if you are the hero. You are the hero. But in Infamous, you decide, are you going to be the hero that is the greatest good for greatest number? Or are you the, I am a hero simply so I survive? You're still the hero no matter what.
But as I said, it's a point that sort of, some of these approach them similar, like, you ever play the Yakuza games?
Nope. It's never
Yakuza. I am a huge fan of the Yakuza games. They're the closest thing we're going to get to a modern day River City Ransom style thing. They're RPG brawlers, and the whole point of the Yakuza game is that you are playing as Kiryu Kazuma. He is ex Yakuza. In fact, you spend and all of his friends, a great number of the friendly characters, quote unquote, are Yakuza. Most of the game, you're dealing with people who are not nice people, but they're still the heroes, quote unquote.
Yep.
I mean, in one of the games you play as a cop, and it's implied that, he's not really a nice guy, and a lot of the force is corrupt.
I think, you know the type of hero I haven't seen in a while?
Hmm?
The hero who is obviously hero material from day one. Think about it for a second. Just because we used to see this a lot. You had people like Hercules, hero from day one. Steps out the door, automatically a hero.
Designated hero, right.
He is a designated hero.
It was a must.
You have, like Legend of Zelda. In the first couple of games, Link leaves the room, immediately the hero.
Right.
But, Mario immediately jumps into his role the second he walks, onto the screen. He is saving the princess from the word go. Same thing with Star Fox. It's
little recent one I can think of that sort is sort of Little King's story. From the very beginning of the game, you are the king. You are the big kahuna. You get more powerful, but you are the king, and you will always be the king.
Well, but that's not you are the hero. That is you are the king. The king becomes the hero, but you're the that wasn't.
Well, that's the thing. Like you are the king. You are automatically the hero. That's the way this. That's the thing. Like the storyline, the way the storyline of this game and this world is designed is you are the hero because you are the king.
Well, what I mean by that is that you are the hero because you're the king, but that's not designated hero material. That is, you are just the king is the hero of the story, not the king is the hero with a capital H. Like, I'm trying to think of a really good example of that's somewhat modern day, because in a lot of these recent games, the big push as of late with games and movies and TV shows is backstory. Like, I forget, someone was commenting about some TV show lately that the first 12 episodes are backstory before the events actually start to happen. And that's a fairly common thing lately. I mean, think of Smallville. You have an entire TV show dedicated to Superman's backstory before he's Superman. You know?
It's an entire series of
it's an entire series of backstory. So there's not a lot of things are focusing on backstory, and you eventually become the hero. So think of the latest Legend of Zelda games, like any of them. It doesn't matter. Just pick one and go down the list. Twilight Princess is probably my favorite Zelda title. Link starts out as just a goat herder. And he is delivering a sword. And it's not until shit starts to happen that he becomes a hero. But he's not really a hero because he's a hero. He's a hero because he got thrown into the situation and he has no choice but to be the hero. And then eventually he grows into hero role. And I'm saying this about a protagonist who never speaks, so he's not exactly the best example I can give.
Oh.
But, there are... In a lot of these games, like, the designated hero is not a hero from the word go. Game I have played where designated hero, Vice from Skies of Arcadia. He is hero from the word go. The first thing he ever does is jumps onto a ship to ransack it because they saw the evil empire attacking an innocent ship. From word go, he rescues a maiden, decides to help her out, and then he decides to rescue people as soon as things happen. So he's hero from the word go. But that game came out years ago. That's a long time ago. What do we have that's come out in the past recent while where you are hero from go? Dragon Age, you had to be inducted into the Grey Warden, so that was a backstory situation. Mass Effect, you're kind of a hero from start, but
they change how you are a hero as you go along.
And I think it's also, I mean, even from game one, Mass Effect has you as the hero, but you're not necessarily big damn hero, you're just, I am a hero. Gears of War, maybe.
I'm reminded of, Halo. Like, it's not a game where you're a hero, but there's not a game where you're like, you're a hero from day one, but being a hero is sort of part of the storyline. Did you ever heard of Disaster Day of Crisis? Me and my strange games that nobody's heard of. It was a Wii game. And part of the whole point of the game was there was hero going on, but it was also sort of taking a couple swipes at the whole idea of the hero. Your main character is like he starts off being something of a mental wreck because he's a hero, or because he keeps trying to be a hero. He was a rescue operative, like, not SWAT. I'm trying to think of what the actual American one would be. He's the kind of guy who goes in and rescues the people who get trapped in natural disasters and things like that. And he's a wreck because he can't not be a hero. He can't not help people. But the problem being that this also tends to be the fact that you can't save everyone.
Right.
And this resulted in the death of, like, his best friend, and it's essentially when it starts, he's like one step away from a complete psychotic breakdown. He doesn't have it because that would make an interesting game, but it's sort of it takes a couple swipes at the idea that heroes are built heroes, because this guy, he can't stop helping people, but sooner or later he's going to have an issue where he won't be able to do so, and it's going to break him.
I think what also has to be said about it is that there's a difference between, because I was looking over at my wall real quick, at my bookshelf that has all my games on it, and or at least a fair amount of them. And I was looking at it, and I was thinking, you have games like Call of Duty, but I think a line has to be drawn between hero and big damn hero, because you have
Call of Duty is very heavy oorah.
Well, it's very heavy oorah, yeah. But I think there's a distinct difference between the hero of Call of Duty, any Call of Duty game, because they all have a very similar style and how they set things. You do save the world from insert thing here, but you do it because you're a trained soldier in most cases. You're not doing it because you are the big damn hero. You're doing it because this is your job. I think there's a difference between that style of hero and the and Oliver from Ni no Kuni.
Hmm.
Like, because I was also thinking of who's the big damn hero, and one of the ones I actually was thinking about is Oliver. Because Oliver does have a little bit of a backstory. He does have the backstory thing. But he's given the option that if you come and save my world, we'll get your mom back. And his response is, well, okay then. It takes about 30 seconds longer than that to actually get to that point. But he does have that point. But he has to be offered the, you can save the world, but you don't know how to do it. I think that's a little bit different from, you know how to do it, and it's a little bit less of a save the world.
Hmm.
I think there's like a little difference in the way that there's the scent of maidens everywhere.
Let's just carry on. There's 180 of them.
Yep. Which apparently is good. But apparently the king will be far prettier. Yeah, it's weird. And also they gave us an apron. That just stuff. Yeah, I think it's just you don't often see the maid hero anymore.
That's true.
And here comes Creepy Girl. Someone said that she's creepier than the girl from The Ring.
Please consult a astrologer if you feel the cosmos for more than 4 hours.
So pretty. And it's a little bit of a shorter one, guys, but the next one's long. So this was
God,
it.
Yes, they are.
So we'll catch you guys next time.
Ta.